You know when you put on a pair of jeans that you haven't worn for a while and you put your hand in the pocket and there's some money in there, you know, $1 or $10 or something like that. I'm not saying you've got like a wad of cash in some jeans that you've forgotten about, you know, a couple of bob in the pocket and you're like, oh wow, that's a great feeling finding something that I didn't know I had, but I really appreciate having. Well, that's what we've got today, but it's not $1 in your pocket. It's some authentic buttermovement 1.0 footage. If you don't know what that means, fine. There are some links down below. There's a link to, in fact, there's a link above, bing, to the Butter Movement playlist, and then there's a link down below to a video about the Tokyo Butter 23, my channel, and the Shoe Butter tie-up. And they explain what's going on with the Butter Movement and stuff. But basically, like 2 years worth of the rarest sneaker footage in the world was lost when YouTube shut down the Butter Movement channel, and there was no backup of that content. But Shoe Butter was raking through an old laptop and he found a video. He found an authentic Butter Movement 1.0 video. I love it. And I'm not going to introduce it. I'm just going to let it roll. And then after it, I'm going to talk about it. So, let it roll.
All right, guys, up next, I've got a Yeezy 350 version 1. This is the Turtle Dove, probably the most sought after of the Kanye West sneakers that he's done with Adidas so far. This is actually a pretty unique pair. This was on the online and in the stores, these released up to a size 14, and I was able to actually acquire this size 15 pair. It isn't sample tagged, but it was also definitely an unreleased size in the sense of the release to the masses. In the Pirate Black version of this, I've actually got a size 16 as well, which is, again, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's a sample because it's not sample tagged, but I will say that it's just a little bit unique to own one of these shoes in the large sizes. The shoes that I wear, which is the slip-on pair, is actually the size 14. I don't know if you guys have seen on my Instagram. I'll put a picture of it up here, but I'm getting a lot of shit from some people because I wear the size 14 as a slip-on, and that was actually a shoe that I bought on the release date from a friend of mine. I paid $610 for it or something like that, around $600 for it after shipping and everything, and it was a size 14. I thought, I just want to rock this. I love the shoe. And I tried to wear it, and it was actually making my toes quite uncomfortable, and it gave me a little bit of a toe pain, and I thought, fuck it, and I put it down like this and wore it as a slip-on. And I was actually, as far as I know, the first person to wear this shoe like that. Then I think it was Khloe Kardashian did it about 3 months after me, and Kais Omar did it as well, and I was kind of like, hey, you know, it's kind of a cool little trend. But since then, I've been trying to not do it as much. You know, in fact, I still do it on all of my Yeezys, but trying to respect the culture a little bit more. Bang, bang.
Seriously, goosebumps. Little tingles up the back of my neck. There's a lot to take in. Hopefully what I'll be able to do is somehow I'll have it behind me. You've watched it. It's only 2 minutes long, but you've watched that video of the Yeezy 350 V1 Turtle Doves, and there's a lot in there, and I don't know if I'll do screen grabs or if I'll play the video behind me or whatever, but there's a lot that when I was watching it, 2 minutes, it was only 2 minutes, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing footage. Amazing footage. First of all, the quality of the actual camera, you know, the image is amazing and much better than the quality that I shoot on with my phone, which, you know, once we get monetized, I'll update that kind of stuff and have the money to update like my equipment. But I shoot on an iPhone 6 for goodness sake. But the quality of the actual image is amazing. The quality of the video is incredible. Like just the way the shoe is held in frame is great, but behind it, the shoes on the shelves are just like amazing sneakers, Stewie 6s all lined up, gleaming and shining, bright, beautiful. So everything about the visual of the image of the video is just, I was like, oh, this This is Butter Movement 1.0. We're right back. We're back again. Back in the day. I don't actually know if Butter dropped that 2-minute video or not, ever. It was shot like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, but I don't know if it ever made it onto the channel, especially at just 2 minutes long. So maybe it's the first time people have seen this lost footage, and it's incredible, it's amazing. So the visual, what you're looking at is absolutely incredible. The quality is amazing. The shoe itself, the background is all on point, A1, mega, perfect, awesome piece of visual videoing. But then you've got Shoe Butter himself talking about it.
All right, guys, I've got a Yeezy
like,
350 version 1.
Wow,
this is
it's just
the
amazing
Turtle
to
Dove,
be able
probably
to
the
see
most sought after
Shoe Butter of 3 years ago talking, and the way he talks,
sneakers
and
that he's done with Adidas so far.
It's just I can't describe it. I can't describe how happy I was to be able to look at that video and to enjoy and to engage with Shoe Butter of 3 years ago. And enjoy just the way he speaks, his voice, the clarity. It's almost like a man of vision, you know, and he's talking about something that he's utterly, you know, one with. That's it. He's one with it. But then, the visual, what you're looking at is incredible. The voice of the man and the delivery of the man is incredible. But then the shoe itself, you know, like, I think he says that the Turtle Doves only dropped up to size 13, and there he is holding a size 14. It's an outrageously rare sneaker. You know, only a few people on the planet will have had these sneakers in hand or own them. So it's just 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes, but it's precious. It's like visual gold. You know, I was honestly, Shoe Butter sent it to me via Google Drive. That's how he and I communicate. That's how I get his content, via Google Drive. And then I download it to my desktop, and then I watch it, and I do something like this where I, you know, plug in an intro or something like that. And I watched it 2 minutes, man, and I was just floored. I don't know if Shoe Butter gets it. I'll have to find out. I don't know if he gets it. I don't know if he understands how high quality that 2 minutes is. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm overplaying this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just, you know, it's like, you know, when you find something that you thought you'd lost, and you're like, yay, I found it again. But then after a few days, it's like, yeah, whatever. So maybe I'm wrong in that, because I only watched this last night. This arrived last night, and I was floored by it. So maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I'd appreciate it if people wrote in the comments down below. If people could write something down below about how you reacted to that 2 minutes. You know, I see it as a precious diamond. It's a jewel. It's a lost jewel that has been found again. It's a manuscript that was, you know, written 2,000 years ago and thought lost, and then recovered in the sand in some Middle Eastern country or something. Or it's the necklace at the end of Titanic thrown into the ocean. That's what it is to me. It's a precious, priceless piece of history of Butter Movement 1.0. It's lost footage, and you know, yesterday's video. I think if I'm dropping this at the right time, so I'm not sure when I'll drop this. But if yesterday's video is a video, I think it was the video to mark the end of my first year as a YouTuber, and this is the video I hope that will be the video that kicks off year 2. And yesterday's video, I was looking back at what I had done as a YouTuber, and it's great to look back, but looking back on this of what Shoe Butter's done as a YouTuber, I hope he's able to find content like this hidden on a pen drive, or like he has a Dropbox account that something's, you know, been sitting in for 2 years, or you know, like the camera, the card in the camera. Well, maybe it does. Maybe the card in the camera still has some content on it. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I was blown away by this video. Maybe I'm too invested in it. and it's not that big a deal. But please do tell me in the comments down below what you thought. What was it like to travel back in time and watch a Butter Movement 1.0 video that we thought was lost, we thought was gone, like YouTube, you know, when YouTube shuts down an account, all the videos on it are inaccessible. I don't know if they're erased, but they're definitely inaccessible. And I know that hurt Shoe Butter to lose his content, and he was depressed about it, that all that hard work and all that content and effort that went into creating his channel had been lost. And it inspired me to archive my content more carefully. I archive it fairly well, I think. Not that anybody will get goosebumps in 3 years' time if they're like, oh, the lost Tokyo Butter 23 files. That's not going to happen. But anyway, so strange video today. I did say earlier in this week that we're going in strange directions with the channel, creative directions. We're trying to grow and change the way the channel sort of functions and do things differently. And hopefully we're managing to do that. And hopefully you appreciate this kind of content. It's a one-off for sure, though. I mean, we're never going to do this again. There's not going to be another video that's like the lost footage of Butter Movement 1.0. And even if we did find old footage, I wouldn't do it this way. It was just that moment when something that you thought was gone comes back, and you're like, you get to revisit something, even if just for a couple of minutes, you know, even if just for a couple of moments you revisit it, and you enjoy just sort of taking yourself back to that moment in time. Like I said, I don't know if Shoe Butter gets it, but I certainly do, and I hope you do too. So anyway, it's time for me to sign off. I do this content every day, daily content, daily drops from Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel. Doing my best to keep the Butter movement going, doing my best to help Shoe Butter drop his content as well. So daily content here, which means at the end of every single one of my videos, I get to say to you, the viewer out there, that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.